Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Elimination Chamber predictions video. In this video, my job is to just go over the entire card and what we are going to be seeing tomorrow night at the Elimination Chamber. I'm going to let it be known everything I say in this video is completely opinion based as far as my predictions go, as far as who I'm going to think, if I'm talking about a wrestler or just their specific, just overall. You gotta be safe in the wrestling community. Before we start this video though, no ads or nothing, no bullshit like that. I just want to say thank you because I didn't think that this channel was gonna do as crazy as it's been doing, and the fact that it has, and that is just crazy to me. Like our little goal for the channel is 100 subs. I feel like we can hit that overall, but that's not my main thing, you know what I'm saying? My main thing was just to explore as much as creativity as I can on this channel, and the fact that I'm able to do that not only for myself but with you guys means just the absolute world, and I'm just happy that I'm able to show off my creativeness. Also, the Fastlane pay-per-view did really good. If you guys are into universe mode content, I would definitely go check out that because that was definitely one of my more interesting pay-per-views. I'm gonna have a video talking more about my in-depth feelings plus criticisms and stuff like that. Starting off with Edge and Beth Phoenix versus the Judgment Day. So it's gonna be for Judgment Day side, it's gonna be Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor stepping up. Now personally, I do like this ongoing thing we're seeing with, you know, Edge and in Finn Balor. I'm enjoying it. I personally would have really enjoyed Edge and Beth Phoenix going against Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley, because yeah, Judgment Day turned their back on Edge and everything, but the core thing here is Dominic and Rey having a match. I don't know how, but how we're gonna get from there to here. Now I guess it can make sense with Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley going against Edge and Beth Phoenix. Now they're throwing heavy hitters at the Elimination Chamber. Dominic definitely has a lot to learn. He has definitely improved since he's been in the ring, but if you are going for a more of a fast lane card straight to WrestleMania, trying to really make sure it's a solid card, going with Finn Balor was obviously the smarter choice. I can never argue with seeing Finn Balor and Edge in the ring also, so it's going to be a good match overall. In this matchup, I don't know who I'm going to see win. I want to say the Grit couple because I want to say them, but then again, Judgment Day has the advantage. But the Elimination Chamber is where, you know, Raw and SmackDown are under the same roof, so we could see something where Dominic tries to get involved, and that's where Rey comes out, because Rey and Rey Mysterio are friends, and you know they're kind of the whole reason why this whole thing, you know, happened. And Rey and Edge are friends, very close friends, almost family like, you know, and you know that turn when Dominic took that heel turn, it was definitely personal, and Rey was there for it, so it makes sense. They've been doing this ongoing rivalry for holiday specials, and just overall it took them out at the Royal Rumble. I feel like if Dominic Mysterio tries to get involved and Rey getting his upper hand on him would be the perfect thing, because we still haven't even seen Rey since the Royal Rumble. If you want to be honest, Rey is kind of our winner of the Royal Rumble, let's be real, because, you know, never got eliminated, but then again, never went into the ring, so there's that. But I'm just saying, going into WrestleMania, we do need that Cody versus Rey match, you feel me, because Rey never got his due, bro. But aside from the jokes, I definitely see some type of Rey Mysterio mix in here, and this will start Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio's matchup going into WrestleMania, and also you know, Brood Edge going against Demon Balor, hopefully, is the rumor, and hopefully is going to be the plan sticking for WrestleMania. Women's Elimination Chamber match, I predict either the men's or the women's are going to start off the matchup, so let's get into this. It's going to be Carmella, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, or should I say Kana, Liv Morgan, and Natalya. I definitely, what's the determining of this match? Oh, challenger goes against fucking Belair at Mania. Yeah, Asuka's winning that. If Asuka doesn't win that, maybe Liv Morgan. Honestly, maybe Liv Morgan, but I don't see it, because Liv has been doing good work, but I don't see them giving her that opportunity quite yet, if that makes any sense, especially at WrestleMania. I feel like this Mania, the build for Asuka's character, the pop, fuck everything else, the reaction Asuka's been getting is looking like Asuka's gonna win. I'm gonna be honest, and I have no problem seeing Asuka versus Belair at Mania. That looks like that's a solid matchup. United States Championship Elimination Chamber matchup. Now, this is one of the most unpredictable matches I've ever felt like I could predict in my life, because I can see them go anyway with this. this. Now, the person that I would say is least, the two people that I would say is least likely to win this matchup is Seth Rollins and Damian Priest. I don't see them putting a championship on Damian Priest. If they put a championship on Damian Priest, that'll put a big spotlight on Judgment Day, and Judgment Day is already going to be busy with the Rey Mysterio rivalry and with the Edge rivalry going into Mania. So giving Priest that title and putting more on Judgment Day, it feels like it could go towards something else, because Judgment Day is also, you know, they're going to eat good anyway. And yeah, maybe we won't see Damian Priest himself wrestle at WrestleMania, but him being there with the Judgment Day, that's already gonna, you know, put some momentum on his back. So I don't think he needs to win at all. The rumor is for John Cena to come at WrestleMania and fight Theory. So I don't know how that is gonna work. Seth Rollins is going against Logan Paul. That's going to be obvious. It's been obvious for WrestleMania, because they're being very, very obvious about this Seth Rollins and Logan Paul match. Like, it was one thing when Rollins was like throwing little snide remarks, you know, being serious in interviews and stuff, but them talking about it on Miz TV took the realism out of it for me, because Rollins' gripe with Logan was serious. And I like Logan Paul, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? As a YouTuber, as a content creator, my opinions are different for him, you know what I'm saying? I don't like or dislike him. I just don't have an opinion on him, because I grew up with his content being around, but I wasn't really into his content. That's just not, I've never really been into the vlogging space of YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But aside from that, I always respected Logan for what he was able to do in the ring, because I love this sport so much, and I, you know, base my channel off of it, and you know, I, you know, invest money into it, you know what I'm saying? Just as far as a Peacock subscription goes, just I love professional wrestling. I know that's something that I would never do myself, but I respect anybody who would step into the ring and take it serious. And we've seen so many celebrities in the past go into the ring and not take it serious and disrespect everything that they have to offer. And the first time I seen somebody really take it serious was Bad Bunny. His performance was absolutely incredible. And then came Logan Paul, and his performance has been absolutely incredible. And he sells moves, and he has the crowd in the palm of his hands, and he just knows what he's doing, and you cannot disrespect that, no matter where they're coming from. But Rollins has a gripe. This is something that people worked their ass for, and Rollins went from FCW to World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, this guy had to climb the mountaintop, and this guy just comes in because he's a famous YouTuber. I get it. I get where the hate's coming from. I get where the resentment's there. The match is there. There's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you had it. You had the realism. It's just lost now. It's just lost. I can see Bronson Reed winning the title. A lot of people haven't been very high on Bronson Reed. A lot of people have also been saying, you know, this is the guy that beat Okada. I mean, yes, this is the guy that beat Okada. I mean, obviously WWE's trying to do more of a slow burner with him, because a lot of people aren't familiar with Bronson Reed. I mean, Reed's a great wrestler. I've watched him on the independent scene and shit, like when he got released from WWE and shit, and I watched his match with Okada. I'm a fan of Bronson Reed, don't get me wrong, but again, when you are a WWE only fan, all you consume is WWE. So you don't, and WWE has so much content, so where if you wanted to just be a WWE fan, you couldn't get your full with just WWE content, if that makes any sense. But it just sucks for Bronson Reed, because he is a good wrestler, and as far as the IWC knows, he has all of that momentum. As far as social media goes, everybody loves Bronson Reed, but it's like right when he gets in front of that crowd, it's like they don't know how to react to Reed, and it's like, fuck, dude, he has all the tools, he just needs the reaction. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I would throw in some piped in reactions for Reed, bro, because there's no way, bro. Like, this man's a good ass wrestler for his size, the agility, bro. Bronson Reed is the total package, bro. Personally, the next 5-6 years, I easily see as WWE champion. This guy's still young. I'm not gonna say he's green by any means necessary. He knows what he's doing in the ring. Imagine where he'd be at 2 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, this mid-card championship is really just the beginning. The guys that we are seeing in this chamber are gonna be the guys that we see carry this company, you know what I'm saying? Because this is Edge's last year. You know, Balor's already 39. He has maybe 7-8 more years left in him, you know what I'm saying? And that's if everything goes good with Balor. I can easily see Balor want to do his things with the Young Bucks in AEW at some point. I doubt it, but it could happen, you know what I'm saying? You know, I can easily see Rollins take that step and become Tyler Black again. I mean, it's just so much that could happen, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, people like your Garganos and your Montez Fords and your Austin Theories, those are going to be the people that are the key points to the WWE. Those are going to be the faces of the company at some point, you know. And I may be wrong, and people were like, hey, way. This doesn't even seem right. What are you talking about? These are jobbers at best. But with the right potential, with the way they're being booked continually, these are going to be the guys that a lot of people just end up growing up with. So they're going to have no choice but to just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, they're just going to be around. So they're going to be those guys. It could go, like I was saying, it could go like really either way, because then again, you know, I would love to see Bronson Reed win this matchup. This is his first championship matchup, first pay-per-view matchup. It could be a good showing for him. I do not want to see Reed get pinned, bro. Montez Ford, I can see them putting a title on him. They've always teased the breakup between the Street Profits, but a more platonic breakup, not like a Montez turns or Dawkins turns. I don't think it would ever be that. I feel like the best way to break the Profits up is after Mania. If you're gonna do some type of a draft, that's where you just break up the Street Profits, so that way it's more platonic. It's not like every breakup, and I hate when WWE does this shit. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. Every tag team breakup there doesn't need to be a grueling rivalry that comes out of it. There doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they did the same, like they did it with the New Day. You know what I'm saying? Big E became a singles guy just off of the mere fact of a draft. You know what I'm saying? They got split down in two. They weren't on the same brand. There's never any bad blood between them. There was never any matches between them. Can they coexist? None of that. It was just, we know the New Day. If they're on the same brand, pay-per-views maybe, there's always a chance that we can see them come back. And I want that for the Profits. I want the Profits to be known as that team that could have a chance to come back if they really wanted to, or if they tried, you know what I'm saying? But I think Ford could carry the United States Championship on his own. I think Ford can carry the United States Championship. Same thing Carmelo Hayes is doing, his tag team partner, how he's kind of just like his manager at this point, and he's like, he follows him around and hypes him up and shit. I can easily see Angelo Dawkins do that shit. Angelo Dawkins can easily continue to have matches and win opportunities and stuff, and Montez Ford be that head of the guy as far as the mid-card division goes. You know what I'm saying? Now, my last pick, my pick. I know a lot of people are saying, who are my picks? My personal pick for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, Johnny frickin' Wrestling. Now, if you guys seen Black and Gold NXT, you know that man put the rocket on his back and went sky high and never looked back. Johnny Gargano was one of those guys you can put a brand on their back, and the fact that they might be doing it with the U.S. Championship, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, because I wouldn't mind seeing a Theory versus Gargano feud going into WrestleMania if the whole John Cena thing doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? I can see Johnny Gargano rival with each and every single other person in this Elimination Chamber, so it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gargano winning, you can bring back, I know people aren't a fan of it, the whole US Open challenges and stuff, but if you wanted to do that, Gargano's the perfect guy to do that. There's so much stretch room with putting the title on a guy like Johnny Gargano, and his reach is so all over the place, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, last but not least,
we got the Tribal Chief, the Big Zach, the head of the table, Roman Reigns.
And he is going one-on-one with the man himself, Montreal's own Sami Zayn. That matchup is going to be good. I'm looking forward to it personally. It's going to be a good match. I mean, listen, Zayn by himself, I mean, yes, Roman and the work Roman's done over the last couple years building this matchup, but let's be honest, Zayn has been really carrying this matchup, and his little face-to-face with Rhodes made me pop last Monday. I'ma be royal with y'all, you feel me? So, I don't know. In this matchup, though, I definitely see Roman Reigns winning. I don't think Roman's going to be going into, WrestleMania without the championships. I think that will be a huge uproar, especially with him passing 900 days recently. I was watching this podcaster, and he was talking about how, knowing WWE, they are going to want to hit that 1,000-day reign. Listen, WWE, if you are hearing me or any of your community in the universe at all, WrestleMania should be the end of a season. No, always. No matter what, WrestleMania should always be your end of your seasons, your conclusions to your stories. You know what I'm saying? Not every story has to have a conclusion. That's why we had the pay-per-view payback. That's why we had Backlash, shit like that. It doesn't always have to be. Even in TV shows, we see season finales that bleed into the next seasons. But overall, for that main plot, that main thing for the season, there's always a conclusion. And there's been multiple seasons of the Tribal Chief. This is where it needs to end. If you fumble the bag, I'm not saying that Roman's not going to lose the title, because if Roman doesn't lose it at Mania, he's going to lose it short after. But that's the problem. Roman shouldn't lose it short after. WrestleMania should be the date that Roman loses that championship, because that is the end of your season. That is the end of your chapter. Bringing Cody to Raw with both championships. Cody saying, I won the WWE championship for me. I completed my legacy. legacy. I completed my father's legacy. I'm keeping the WWE Championship. Goes ahead and relinquishes the Universal Championship. Good guy Cody, knowing what he would do. Relinquishing the championship, so it's to SmackDown and letting them do what they want to do with the Universal Championship and bringing the Raw Championship back to Raw. That's how that should go. That right there, the idea of that already screams out fresh chapter. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard because with Sami Zayn, it's like you have this new guy, you have this Daniel Bryan-esque guy that a lot of people keep, you know, comparing him to, and it's like he is just out of control. He is out of control. He is one of those guys who is just like, he has too much momentum. I don't know, a part of me sees it I don't know. A part of me sees it, you know, being a situation where like Zayn's gonna infiltrate Mania. So I don't really know what could come out of this, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are saying like you don't want to take away from Kevin Owens and you don't want to take away from, you know, Jey Uso and stuff like that. And I definitely agree with what you're saying when it comes down to that. That is the exact reason why I think at WrestleMania it should be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos for the tag team championships. But it's like if you do go with that route, that can be the second hottest rivalry behind Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, and that's fine. I seen people rumoring that Cody's gonna help Sami complete the story and win at Mania or win at the Elimination Chamber. I can also seeing it being vice versa. I can see Sami taking his loss at the Elimination Chamber, understanding that the numbers game is big. Going into Mania, there's no way they're gonna have a straight clean match and nobody's gonna get involved. So if the Bloodline gets involved, Sami and KO can get involved. Not only are you gonna have that pop for Sami and KO, but Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to have a hand in with Cody Rhodes on taking down the Bloodline. That is your season finale. That right there is you're done. You know what I'm saying? Sami won, Owens won, Cody won, the Bloodline are out. They're not out. The Usos are still gonna do their thing and shit. The Roman's probably gonna take a little break. Solo's gonna find his momentum either on SmackDown or Raw. They're gonna find something to do. Sami and Kevin Owens need to have a hand in helping Cody Rhodes win the championship, so that way Sami just isn't, so Sami has a part to play in the main event. He has a part to play in taking down the champion, but he isn't becoming the champion. He isn't taken away from that one-on-one match, if that makes any sense. That's my prediction as far as a month goes for Mania. But for tonight, Roman's gonna win. Sami's gonna realize he has to get Owens. Sami's gonna realize him and Owens have to be the ones to take the Usos down. He realizes that Roman's just a guy. He's gonna figure that out at the Chamber, that Roman isn't a god. He isn't on god mode. He isn't anything. He is just a guy surrounded by a bloodline. And if that bloodline, if those walls come down, you have nothing to protect yourself. That needs to be the focal point. That needs to be Sami and Kevin Owens' goal going into Mania. Not just the tag team championships, but taking down the bloodline. That needs to be the main push, the main goal. That needs to be the thing that finishes their story. That right there is what intertwines Sami and Cody once again, the bloodline. It can get done. Everybody looks good. You have a huge ass pop on SmackDown or Raw, whatever they want to do. 9 times out of 10 Raw, because they're not going to want to wait to put their champion on SmackDown. Big ass pop for Cody for beating Roman. Big ass pop for Kevin and Sami for beating the Usos. Come on, everybody wins. That's what you want at Mania. You don't want the crowd going home thinking to themselves, what if it could have been Sami Zayn? Or what if it could have been Cody Rhodes? You want to give them all of that in one fell swoop. You know what I'm saying? And you can do that without making it a triple threat. I feel like people don't see that. People feel like it needs to be a triple threat. It doesn't need to be a triple threat, bro. It can happen this way. That's how I'm seeing it. Let me know what you guys think. I know people aren't gonna agree with my opinion, or some people might not, some people might. Let me know what you guys think though. I'm always down to have a conversation in the comment sections. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.